Hello, friends. My name's Michelle, and I call myself the Beauty Treasure Hunter. Today, I have some more makeup by Bourjois, and I looked up what that meant. And first, it gave me the meaning of Bourgeois, pronounced bourgeois, typically means relating to or characteristic of the social middle class. It often describes people or things focused on material wealth, property, and conventional respectability, sometimes used in a critical way to mean unimaginative or obsessed with status. But then it says if you meant bourgeois, spelled like the makeup, it is a well known French cosmetics brand named after its founder, Joseph Albert Poussard, and actor Henry Bourgeois. So, there you go, in case you were wondering, like me. I was wondering. But I have another one, and this one's called the Always 24-hour wear. So, I want to try that out. I also have a really good alternative for the Huda Beauty blush filters. So, stay tuned for that. And what I think might be a good alternative to the new Natasha Denona I Need a Cool palette, which I'm so excited to get, but I haven't gotten mine yet. So you have to wait and see what that is. And it's like $5.98. So if you want to see how I got this look, then hang right with me. Okay, I'm going to start off today with some Hawaiian Tropic Mineral Protection Sunscreen. This is an SPF 30, but I think they have a newer version that is SPF 50. So I'm going to put this on first, and it is, it's in the title, mineral. So it's going to be a little bit of a white cast to this, but I'm going to try to blend it out. And then to make sure I have on enough, I'll put on a tinted one also. I don't mind the SPF 30s though. Now, if I were going to go sit on the beach, I would want a higher number. But just for every day, I think it's fine. Now, for my tinted one today, I'm going to go in with the Bubble Plus One. This is also mineral. It's an SPF 40. Here's the tint. Oh, and that feels fabulous. Very close to feeling like a watery one. So I only cleansed and didn't do anything else because I knew I wanted to double layer the sunscreen. And that's enough moisturizing. Now, I was talking about how the eye cream that I love is by Origins. It's the ginseng. And I had a viewer to recommend the e.l.f. Bright and Brewtiful eye cream with caffeine, hence the brew in the title. And they are very similar. I think the Origins one has more of a pinky, peachy tone, and this one is more of a yellow brightening tone. I'm going to use that instead of my multi-balm stick today. And that feels fabulous. Going to prime my eyelids with some Sormé Undershadow. Always have a rough time getting this open. Okay, it's because of the little rubber seal. But I keep coming back to it because it's so good and moisturizing and covers my veins. My husband hosts this fantasy football draft once a year, and it's today. But while they're drafting, I get to play with my granddaughter, so I'm excited. All right, for my eyeshadow today, I have another Lottie London, but y'all are going to thank me. This one's Soft Grunge, and I think it's like $5.98 on Amazon right now. All right, so this is what it looks like. And I know there's not a super light one, but I'm going to go in with this one. And in the Buart White Eye Set, this is 13, Transition Blender. So it's like I'm going to go straight in with the transition shade. So it's just a smidge darker than what I usually start off with, but I still think it's perfect. That feels fabulous. Really do like this white handled eye set. It's got a lot of good soft brushes in there that make you go, ah. Now this is a carve crease number 15. And I'm going to go into this light gray that is matte. Focusing more on the outer corner, but pulling it in just a little bit. I have ordered the new I Need a Cool Natasha Denona palette, but it's not in yet. But I'll be interested to see how this compares and see if this is a really good low-cost alternative. This is the upper crease 16. Getting a little bit darker. Gonna go down to this dark gray matte now. When I do my circles, I like to change directions too. Make sure I'm getting in all my little creases. I'm going to use this little pencil brush. It is the Pencil Blender number 19 in that white set. And I'm going to go in with this dark gray sheen. It's shimmer. And I'm going to go under my lower lash line. Okay, so I did this one. Now I'm going to go in. This one has just, it's a little bit of a sheen. And I'm going to put that close to my lash line above. Same brush. Okay, now I've got two really pretty sparkles to choose from. And I may end up doing both. That looks like a good inner corner. And that is a really nice sparkle. This one's more of a metallic and this one's more of a sparkle. So I'm gonna do, let's see, the metallic on the inner corner with my pinky. Cleaning off my fingers. Need some extra fingers, no, I'm kidding. And now going in that middle one. Just in the center, up and down, left and right. I'm also gonna do my pat, pat, pat thing across the top. That's the stars in the sky step. Okay, now to sharpen up the outer edge here, relax. Gonna use my Essence Silky Blur, and mine is in the shade 130. And I'm gonna use the Kitten Paw number 71 out of the BeauArt set that's like the Sephora 71, which is the same shape as the Angie Hot and Flashy one from BK Beauty. This feels wonderful. The brush and the concealer. Okay, I'm gonna let that hang out a while. I'm gonna do my brows. And I'm gonna use my Maybelline Build-A-Brow, because I did dye mine the other day. If I had enough and I really needed the color to hang on my brow hairs, I would go with something else, like my L'Oreal Precision Root Touch-Up pen. I think I like the pushing up right here rather than the flicking, up. But when I turn on the side, oh goodness. Real life, real world problems. I'm gonna take a spoolie. This is from the white set also. It does have an angled brush. If I were using powder, I would grab it too. And some people don't like the gel on the end, but I don't mind it. I think if you keep them trimmed, you can pretty much use what you want to. It's when they get long and unruly and you need them to lie flat and they want to just poke up that's hard to get away with. Let's see, this one was in the shade. I'll have to put that on the screen. I think I need to clean up around the edges a little bit. Concealer looks really nice. I think I'll wait to set it down. Still loving my Maybelline Sky Tubes for the lower lashes. Gonna do a little bit of bronzing up today, and I'm gonna use just a darker shade of the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This one is in number 8, Rich. But it's certainly a lot more than you would get, say, in one of the skinny tubes. I'm gonna use one of my new 47s that I got off of AliExpress. I like to get these in 2s and use one for like cream blush and the other one for contour and bronzing. And I'm kind of like underpainting today because I still have to put my foundation over the top. So right now, this looks a little bit like a train wreck, but it will get better. Trust the process. And when I tried the Bourjois, I tried 3 different kinds, and this one is a different type than my last video. This one's the Always foundation, and this is in shade 400 Rose Beige, and I love this color. I think I'm going to use my number 88 Buart. This is it says densely bronzer, but it's just it's a dense brush for putting on creams. So here we go. Let's see how this blends with the underpainting. I think I like this technique because the contouring still shows through, but it's already blended by the time you get your foundation on. And I think this is supposed to have 24-hour wear, and a lot of young people always like to joke and say, what would you need to wear your makeup that long for? But if you're our age, you understand that at any moment you could be called to the hospital for something, especially if you have aging parents or you are aging yourself. So I just kind of like to stay ready or stay presentable as much as possible. Okay, let me check my 10X mirror. Doing my whole little pressing into the pores thing. I know it looked like a train wreck a minute ago, but I like the way it blended out very nicely. And I don't think I need another cream bronzer, so I'm going to leave it like that. I was going to show you one, but I don't need to. How about that? What I am going to show you, I've really been enjoying my Huda Beauty blush in shade, it's the blush filter in Strawberry Cream, but I'm going to show you a cheaper alternative. So here is Strawberry Cream. And now you'll notice, this is what made me think, oh, I wonder if I could use that like that. This is Dollar Tree La Mercerie. They don't put the shades on the package, but it's this nice rosy color. And it's just, I think it's called, a lip something. But to me, it looked, the packaging reminded me first, and then I tried it out yesterday. I was like, oh, I really like that. This is $1.25. So here's what we're going to do. I wonder if I should do both just to show you. I think so. Okay, so I'll do the Huda first. And this is my Buart 47. I've gotten to where I really like to keep blush high on that cheekbone. So Huda's on this side. And here's the Mercerie. And I'll grab, this is another Beauart. It's called the Slope Foundation, but it has a similar shape and it's clean. $1.25. I'm not sure how much. Actually, I think this has a brighter color. Let's see. I'll take some. I need some more on the Huda side, so I'll take it off my hand. So I thought that was pretty exciting because I think it works. Now to go over that, I'm going to use some good old Rimmel Maxi Blush. And this one's in Wild Card 003. And a Beauart 93. Fluffy Angled. And if I remember right, this is pretty pigmented, so I'll go easy on it. All right, now I got this at my Marshall's recently. This is the Billion Dollar Beauty Cream and Powder Bronzer. And I think it's the same formulation as the one that's in, shaped like squares. I think it's the very same thing. But I am just going to use the powder side today because I don't think I need the cream. And it's right here and has a nice, nice color. Doesn't pull orange at all. And this is my number 50 brush. Gotta be careful. I have on a white top today. But I like wearing white. Do you stick to the rule about no white after Labor Day? Sometimes I wear it after Labor Day too. Rule breaker that I am. And that's a total joke because being a retired teacher, I know rules are made for a reason. And it's so hard for me to break them. All right. I think I'm going to set down the under eyes. Let me check out and see how the Silky Blur is doing. I don't see any creasing, but I will press into my little creases there and grab my H2O Lock by LA Girl and my number 79 Beauart. Like that shape. If you have something similar, it works great for under eye powder. Just to set it down, just a teeny bit. Okay, now I'm going to go do some tight lining, and this is by Lottie London. It's called Last Night's Liner. You know that look when you didn't take off your eye makeup the night before? I like this because it's big and it's comfortable. Like I don't have to worry about poking myself really. Okay, that made a nice slight difference. For lips today, I'm going to use my She Glam Cloud-like Blur Lip Liner in the shade Forest Fairy. I've used this before. And just so I match, I think I'm going to go back in with my Mercerie. Just a little. And I have to have some gloss. Not necessarily gloss, but sparkle. And if I could only have one like glitter gloss, I would choose the e.l.f. lip oil in Crystal Baller. And I know it's an oil and not a gloss, but I love this sparkle. Okay, I found the Huda Easy Bake and Snatch in Cherry Blossom Cake. This is the pressed one. I do have the loose one, and it comes with this little foam puff, I guess. And I'm going to use it just like I would my Cars Land powder, just pressing into the pores. So these are hitting stores like Marshall's and TJ Maxx right now. But another alternative to that is the Kaida. It's called Pinky Focus, but I think it's, if you look it up, it's called Soft Focus Pink Powder. And it's like $7, and this is so good. So I highly recommend that. And another setting spray that is really close to the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm is this by She Glam. It's called the Camera On Blurring Waterproof Setting Spray. It's got the little beads. Good fine mister, no scent, and my all-time favorite finishing powder. It is by Melt Cosmetics. It is the Light Glazed Skin or Glazed Skin Sheer Finishing Powder in Light. I can got a dent in it. You can tell it's well loved. The second Buart set that I got with the rounded handles at the bottom has a couple of different brushes that I like for finishing. One is called the Seamless Shaping and Finish 06. It's kind of rounded at the top. And this Pro Supreme Finisher 01. Let's see which one do I... Yeah, I'll go with the Supreme Finisher today. I love this because it makes me look not so matte, but with the benefits of powder, because I'm going to need it today. I'm going to work hard being a host. Got a lot of cooking beforehand, so I'm going to need that. Okay, I meant to show you one more thing, and this is by the Face Shop, and it's called the Quick Hair Puff, and I have it in light brown. I don't use the puff part, though, because I don't want that much. But what it is hair fibers, and my part seems to be getting bigger. So I'm just going to put a little bit in the cap. It has like a stopper thing in the top, and I've got a little brush that I set aside for this. It's by Koki. I can't remember what it came with, but anyway, it's nice and fluffy. I just like to dip down in there and put it right in my part. And it makes it not so obvious that I'm thinning a little bit, I think. And I did take biotin. But then I read that if you've had a heart attack and you go in for blood work and you take biotin, it can tell them you're okay when you might not be. So, or your levels. It can alter your levels. So in case you didn't know that, and that might not be a concern for you, but I do have a heart condition, so I had to quit taking my biotin. But this works nicely. And I do on occasion do some Rogaine at night or minoxidil, but then I feel like I need to wash my hair the next day. It's yicky. So I'll let you see what I'm seeing. I think I like everything that I used today. I'm very moisturized. I hope this doesn't slide off my face. I will leave a comment to let you know how it wore. I think the hair powder really makes a good difference for me up front where I'm thinning. You know, they say, or they used to say that older women shouldn't wear longer hair, but I'm going to wear it as long as I can because it really is. Because mine is so thin, it's easy to take care of. And I can sling it up, put it in a ponytail or a bun. So, yeah, it's not an ordeal for me. Plus, I can wash it and curl it and get a couple days wear out of it. So, and I have worn my hair really short before. I'll try to put in a picture here. But I had to wash my hair and fix it every single day when I wore it short. So, I'm going to try to break the rules like that. I think the older you get, the less you worry about rules and what other people think. Just do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing great. Thank you for watching today. I really appreciate it. We're continuing to grow this little channel, so like and subscribe. And if all you have time for is to give me a thumbs up or put some hearts in a comment, I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the comments, and I hope you see me next time.